Welcome to April. We are now back into Mercury retrograde time. You're going to see many things still moving forward, but it's going to be a time that you're going to have to stop and slow down and pause. Let the natural rhythms play out. What's going to change as of March 20th and running all through April and lingering until May 14th is how to align with what you want to do. I encourage you to work with the flow. Avoid trying to make anything happen during this retrograde window. It can cause you frustration, and the outcomes are often shorter term and they're less grand than you may desire. This is going to be a time for you to really sit back and see what comes to you. Leave yourself time for that last minute magic, as I like to call it, by leaving yourself as unscheduled as possible. We're currently in the heat of eclipse season. The theme is continuing on the Aries Libra axis, and it began back in early 2023 and it's going to run until early 2025. Now, last month we had a lunar eclipse at 5 degrees of Libra on March 25th, and on April 8th of this month we're going to have a solar eclipse at 19 degrees Aries. This eclipse cycle is going to be vacillating between the energies of the me-we sectors of your life. The focus is going to be on your individual and your relationship empowerment as the highest expression of the potentials. Eclipses, they're linked to the ecliptic, just as the north and the south nodes are. The nodes of the moon, they're connected to your karma, for better or worse, and your dharma, your highest expression of this lifetime. Eclipses, they tend to bring these events or these opportunities that unlock your fate, and they rapidly escalate these big events that are tying you to your destiny. And then finally on April 20th, we're going to have the Jupiter Uranus conjunction. This is probably the biggest event of the year, combining expansion, change, and innovative solutions. Hi, I'm your astrologer Patricia Tate, and this is your April 2024 monthly astrology forecast. To get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe. Now let's dive in. So for Leo Sun and Leo Rising, I want to start off with April 2nd. On April 2nd, we're going to have Mercury stationing retrograde. I have a separate video on this, but I want to touch on it because it literally sets up the theme of what's going on for the month of April for you. Mercury is the planet of thoughts and ideas and communication, and when it stations retrograde, first it goes over an area of your life, then it goes back over it, and then one more swipe to move forward to like clear it all out. And so Mercury has gone through your 9th house of cross-cultural experiences, publishing, editing, education, teaching, studying, traveling, all of those topics, and it crossed Chiron, your wound. And so it's about your thoughts and your ideas and the way that you're communicating and working through these things. Now it's going to start to go retrograde, and it's going to set the tone or set the flavor for the month of I need to revise, I need to rethink, I need to reflect. How do I respond? Do I rekindle this? All of those rewords are going to be the topic of the month of April. Then, as we move forward to April 8th, we have a new moon solar eclipse at 19 degrees Aries. I love this because this area of your life, again, has been targeted for the last year of your life between the me and the we sectors of learning to focus on yourself. What are your wants, your needs, your desires? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Do you want to take classes, religion, philosophy, studying, publishing work, legal matters? The 9th house has everything to do with where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Taking a class, but also teaching the class, having work published, all of those topics, traveling far and wide. A solar eclipse is focused on the sense of self because this one is in Aries. This means that issues could come up about your independence, your courage, your individuality. All of those topics are going to be on the front burner that you're going to need to address or readdress with Mercury retrograde. It's a time that you're going to need to find your footing and push yourself outside of your comfort zone to establish these healthy boundaries. This is going to be a beautiful time that you're going to have these doors open to build a new story that brings in these fated endings and these amazing beginnings of a future of where you're supposed to be going. New moons always represent a clean slate, fresh start, new beginning, and they're a time to try something new, something innovative. And this is doing it with passion and confidence and you going after it, the Aries, the warrior. So being assertive, taking charge of your life. Eclipses with a new moon are like a new moon on steroids. So it's huge and magnified. So make sure that you take time to reevaluate your relationship with yourself. Make these important changes in your life. Look for the adventure, find the inner happiness, and be self-sufficient, either with traveling, taking classes, meeting other people, or diving into spirituality or religion. Next, on the 20th, I think that this is probably the biggest aspect of the month. April 20th, we're going to have Jupiter conjunct Uranus in the sign of Taurus at 21 degrees. This has everything to do with your job, your career, your legacy, being an authority figure. The 10th house is your ambitions, your reputation, you being seen, awards, everything. Now, Jupiter has been here for the past year, bringing you gifts, abundance, and Uranus has been like shaking your world, like rocking your world. Jupiter is the great benefic. It brings these opportunities for growth and expansion, and Uranus is the planet of progress and surprises. So strong manifestation potentials are going to be between April 4th and May 8th, and especially around the days of April 20th. Like that's when it's going to be exact. So when the planet of expansion and extremism combines with the planet of shock and surprise, anything at this time can happen. This Taurus is an earth sign, and it likes stability, it likes reliability, it represents money and finances, and so it doesn't want to be upset. So there could be huge shifts with technological or scientific advances during this time, and these amazing innovative solutions are going to be available for difficulties or problems that you may have. There will be major financial opportunities that it can offer you, either like as a career or to be seen as an authority figure, or something that has to do with your public reputation or your professional life or your personal ambitions, things that you want to achieve. Next, we have on April 23rd a full moon at 4 degrees of Scorpio. So currently, Sun focused on your job, you being seen as an authority figure, you in the limelight. And the full moon has to do with revealing some things that have to do with home, family, roots, foundation. The 4th house is tradition, real estate, property. Full moons reveal to us things that were once hidden or behind the scenes or in the dark. Scorpio can sometimes reveal secrets, some things that were hidden as a secret. So there could be some things revealed that were once hidden. Remember that full moons, they bring endings and culminations. They don't always have to be bad. This could be somebody moving out of the house. This could be like the kids are old enough and they're going to be moving out. Or it definitely means endings. It means something that was started before has now come to its natural end, and we now need to move on from it. And so knowing that the topics can include anything that has to do with watery intuition, secrets, home, family, your personal life, your foundation, people who feel like family, all of those topics, things can be revealed for. Then on the very next day, we have Mercury now stationing direct. Now, Mercury stationing direct, I like it because now it's conjunct the North Node and it opposes the South Node. So leaving behind, opposing, I'm leaving behind the bad habits, the communication that no longer worked. The South Node in Libra is where I have given to others and it was never reciprocated, or unhealthy boundaries. The North Node conjunct with Mercury is I've gone through everything. I now have identified some areas of weaknesses. I rethink, review, rewind, and now I'm ready to move forward with healthy boundaries. I'm now ready to move forward with what I want to do. This could be revising a project. This could be maybe you've taken a class over, or you wanted to travel somewhere. Remember that this is all types of experiences or organizations that have to do with religion or philosophy or beliefs or things that are higher education, these experiences that you have with other people that are not close to home. And so, Leo, I would love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. Please join me live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I offer new moon and full moon astrology consultations. For a private consultation, you can schedule that at willowgracemystic.com. And to get updates as soon as they're released, please subscribe.